So Matt, thanks for coming today. So do you want to just introduce yourself and let people know who you are?
I'm Matthew Sutcliffe. I play for Wardle.
Right. So basically, if you was to explain to someone what is FNF in your view?
It's 10 times better what 11 side would be. It's more competitive. It's what all our team, what we were younger, wanted to aspire to be. If you bring other players in, people might think it's a joke, but to us it's serious. Well, to me it's really serious. I take it more serious than playing 11 side.
Yeah. How is it different than anything else?
I think it's just because of your team is what we all grew up to watch.
Yeah.
And we wanted to beat you, basically wanted to play with you, and now it's just 11 side, you take it, leave it, I'm not bothered, but this I have to win. I have to beat your team, your players.
In having where you play normal matches where you have a league match, like you play 11 aside, whatever, or you play a 5-a-side match, or, and it's like a league. We usually play each other twice. How is it different where you play each other multiple times? Like what's the difference in your mind?
Well, it goes to show like this series where we've hammered you first game, you've levelled us, and you won the next game, but it's always going to be different. There's no game ever going to be the same.
Yeah.
That's why it's. Cause last year we basically ran away with it, but times where it's not always the same each week. It's completely different.
Why do you think that is?
I think both teams are trying to adapt to playing in different ways or counter each other.
Yeah.
Each person's trying to counter the other person, so it's never ever going to be the same game.
Yeah. Talking about last year, I just want to touch on last year because one thing I did want to ask you was in the first 3 games, you were 3-0 up in a series. So my question would be: did you expect it to be so easy?
No.
Why not?
By far.
What?
We were expecting, because none of us have played together, haven't played together for a long time. We were expecting it to be a close game, but for the first 3 games, it seemed like we were just going to walk away with it completely.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why. It just then thought, it's easy. There's no challenge in it.
What do you think changed? Because I think it was FNF game 4, and then I think we won our first match. I think it were.
It's where you guys adapted. We just got complacent. We got. Well, we're not bothered. We were 3-0 up. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
We lose 1 game. Doesn't mean we're still going to win it. But I think that's the problem we've done for this year. We've gotten way too complacent because we used to winning it all the time. Like the second game, we got absolutely levered. It's because we've gone too complacent about winning.
You don't think it's with some players that you haven't had? Obviously, you've lost Reece now, and he's gone away. And do you not think that you've kind of struggled to make people fit in, kind of thing?
No, because Tom, to be fair, he's put his heart and soul into it. Last game for me, he was man of the match. He played phenomenal for us, especially with it coming back. He's taking Reece's spot.
Yeah.
He played amazing. I couldn't fault our team altogether, but Tom was the standout player.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, who impressed you last year?
Ashley more than anything, because I knew he was a good goalkeeper, but this last season he was unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've known that when he actually played for us, he's been a good goalkeeper, but last season he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
You couldn't fault what he was doing right or wrong, but he was the standout player for me.
One thing I want to ask you was, I'm just going off track a little bit here, but you've been in it since I think FNF 4 with the last game, and from playing from Todd on that pitch. You remember it, don't you? Where you could use the board and the nets were smaller. And what do you think the difference is between the 2 pitches?
I think you get more. I think the Todd one, you didn't get that much time on the ball. You had a small net to aim for. This one, you have plenty of time on the ball. You have a bigger area to move the ball. To be fair, it's a better quality.
Better quality, yeah.
Pitch. The Wardle one is a better quality pitch.
Now, do you find one thing we never really? Well, we had it sometimes when the keeper knocked it over the fence. But the corners seem to be more frequent, if you like, in this one.
Yeah, because in the one in Todd, what could you do? You couldn't do much. You have a bigger area to move the ball about. With Todd, you just have to whack it as hard as you can and hope for one of your players to get it. Do you like that pitch better at Wardle then? Yeah. On Wardle, I had my own experience growing up. What was it like growing up for you on Wardle, kind of thing, regards to football related? What did football do for you growing up? Because sometimes it's hard for some people on Wardle. And how did football affect you growing up? It kept us, well, the lads what we played with now with Kieran, it kept a lot of us out of, basically we could have gone to prison because we were little shit.
So talking about that, what did what one man that I think made a big impact for me personally? I personally know what he did, but what did Frank Humphries do for you and do for the people that you are? What impact do you think that he did? What do you think he created?
At the time, all our lads, we had a low self-esteem.
Yeah,
Basically we didn't care. We didn't care about the estate and nothing. He made us believe what we can actually improve in ourselves, let alone even playing football. He brought us all together as a family instead of just kids who just turn up and play football.
What do the memorial matches mean to you? Like to you personally?
Everything. It's to show that what he has taught is still with us. It's all like we haven't forgot him.
Yeah.
He's still always going to be there. But it's even better that he's taught us to beat you.
One thing I just want to touch on. How would you, if you can imagine it now, if you could watch some of these matches, especially the memorial matches and stuff, and some of the FNF matches, what do you think he'd think?
He'd have a go as he used to do, have goals every half time. But he'd always tell us to go out there and play our hearts out, put 110% in. He probably wouldn't change much, but he just said, just fight for everything.
Yeah. Do you have any favourite goals, Matt? Like either that you have scored or you'd like to score?
I'd like to score an header right now, but but no, it's probably there were one in Todd in FNF 5. I think somebody kicked it. I think you kicked it against the wall, and I just run up and bowled it in top corner.
Right.
That was probably the best one I thought was my best one I've ever scored.
Yeah. Well, I know it's always satisfying when people score and that I think that's a good thing about Friday night football, because it's always, it's everything's captured in it, and you can always look back at it and stuff like that. Who's impressed you so far in FNF 8? Or who have you not expected something from and they've played expected?
I'd have to go with Tom again.
Tom,
because he's just coming, hasn't he? He's like he's out of his depth, but he's stood up to it. Like he's never been missed. It's like he's always been there. But he'd have to be Tom. He has to play.
Some of the weeks, Matt, we have friendlies. Some people enjoy them, some people don't. Obviously, you just played in one this Friday. What are your thoughts on having friendlies?
I like it because it gets, instead of just all of it being a rival week in, week out, when you mix your teams, it's like you get to know the other players or the side who you're going up against. To me, it makes it easier for me to play against. Once you get to know them, you know what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So I prefer the friendlies, not to the series games, but I prefer, because you get used to all your players.
Do you have any favourite players that you like playing with or playing against?
Against it with you.
Yeah. Do you have any players who you link up with or anything that you don't get to link up with that often?
I'd say that from Friday it'd be Andy. Because I think our link up player was very well. I've never played football before, so.
Yeah.
But it'd be probably that. Apart from Kieran, me and Kieran already know 90% what we're going to do anyway. We play together all our life.
Yeah.
But I choose Kieran, but you already know what we've done.
Yeah.
It's natural.
Are there any FNF records you'd like to beat?
Goals.
Yeah. Like top goal scorer?
Top goals all time.
What all-time goal scorer?
Time.
How has FNF adapted from playing in Todd to where we are now, in your opinion?
I think because, in my opinion, because it's, not when we play at Todd, I'm on your team.
Yeah.
But I think it's because it's our own team, it's a lot different. It's a lot more competitive. With your team, because you knew all the lads. So it's like with us, we knew yours. In our mind, we have to beat you. Your team, it's just how it is. Like you knew all lifeguards, you had to beat them. But we prefer it that way. Because normally we're on yours or whatever.
How do you find the variety? Like where it's different each week, kind of thing. Unless sometimes we do play a series match, sometimes where we play them like a back-to-back week now and again, but it's usually every fortnight. But how do you find the variety? So you look forward to the series matches instead of playing them each week because you can get kind of boring, can't
I think the way we've done it now, apart from that, I think we played 2 in a row now, but it works out if you have a week off and a week on, you have a friendly where you get a bit of downtime, don't you, basically, so you're not going out. But the series, when it kicks in, it's all out, basically, all out wide.
Do you enjoy penalties, Matt?
Scoring on you, yeah. Yeah. Scoring on you, yeah.
So no, what I'm trying to say is, you know, you can score and whatever, but do you ever feel under any type of pressure, you know?
Yeah, why if you're going to look at it no more? Because I know when I look at you, you're going to get the ball.
I'm just trying to think, like, do you think that, you know, that you can't miss and that, and you know, if you did miss or it was saved, you know, how do you think you'd feel?
It's gutting.
Gutting, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know what it feels like, 'cause it happened to me last year, so...
It's gutting.
This year, how do you think it's been different? Because you won the first match easy. The second match we won easy, like I said before, and then the last match went to a draw, 5-5. Why do you think it's been different this year?
I think it's going back in. We've gone for the point where beginning of the series we hammered you and we thought it's going to be another easy series, we'll sit back and relax. But when the second game come, we absolutely hammered us. It woke us up. Don't get me wrong, I know we lost the other game, but it were a better performance. It's just we've gone too soft. We think it's going to be a walkover every game.
So 2-1, are you thinking, because I know some players like already they're a little bit beat, whatever, you know, thinking that, you know, how do you see it at 2-1 at this point now in the series? What are your thoughts? Like, is it that we're 2-1 down, or it's only one game?
Challenge.
It's a challenge.
Simple as that. It's a challenge. You can't expect every series to be easy. You've got to pick up these challenges and move forward from it. You show them which of a better player you are after what you've done.
Another thing as well, Matt, you'll know, especially playing in FNF, when I talk about variety, is that you can never win every match.
No, if you do, it gets boring.
Yeah.
If we hammered it like 5-0 last series or whatever, or hammered it 5-0 this series, you'd get bored of it and we'd get bored of it. So it's just, for some reason, it's like it's counteracted. This series, it's going to be completely different, and I can guarantee it's going to go right into the wire.
Just coming away from series a minute, just coming away from some players like that have come into FNF, you know, that have played well at other clubs, and you know, they've won leagues, they've won titles or whatever, they've won this, they've won that, you know, and they come into FNF and all of a sudden some of them struggle or they can't adapt. Or you know, they don't play as well as they did wherever. I think you kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that last series, I had an amazing season playing 11 side, come to FNF, and it felt like my feet wouldn't do what I could do at 11 side. It does affect you really badly.
Do you think FNF can be improved in any way?
The only thing I could say, what could be, it would be a third team. But then you've got the point where are they going to turn up every week, or that's the only problem. It's the only thing that you could improve it.
Your first game where you came into a match where you know you played against Stackies, and what do you think is what your thoughts on playing against Stackies? Like, do you take any different to any other match, or how do you see that rivalry in the past?
Well, the new game what we played against.
Well, all of it. You played inside, yeah. You played when we played inside and outside, yeah, and then you played the first match in FNF 4. You played in FNF 6, but that's not against Stackies. But you know, when you played Stackies as a whole, like, how does it? How does it?
It's like
is it a rivalry in your opinion?
Oh yeah, I take every game as a rivalry, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
That's how I am. I don't take any team as like a mess of it. I take every game and every team as a rivalry.
Do you not see them a little bit differently though, like, because you know, because a rivalry, our rivalry is internal, if you like. They're not.
I think their rivalry is more because we're from here, they're from there. That's what they're
territorial kind of thing. Yeah.
But they're. I don't know. To be fair, I don't think it's as challenging as ours rivalry. To be fair,
The last game I just wanted to talk to you about it. You know, you were cruising 5-2 up, and you know there's 8 minutes to go. I mean, I'm thinking at this point, you know, we've been knocking at the door all game. I thought we was more the attacking side for once, and you were just trying to hold on. And I'm thinking in that match you defended for your lives, and I'm thinking, you know, they've got this. And then you know we managed to score 3 quick goals. I mean, what were your thoughts on that match like?
The last minute we just got wrenching. I thought if we just sit back now, say our on bench, sat back now, the defenders will do the job, and you just got 3 quick goals, and it just demeaned us. We couldn't do anything from it, and by the time it came on, the game was over.
Obviously, Dibbsy returned, after a long absence. What effect do you think that he had in that game?
He's quick. He can hold up the ball. He gets your players moving. He gets them into space. But he does make a massive difference.
Do you find a rivalry there? Because this isn't the first time you played against him, is it?
No.
So there's other games as well where you've played him in when you were younger and stuff. Do you find him like a player that you enjoy rivalry with, kind of thing, or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lately,
Yeah.
it seems more like it's coming more of a rival lately.
Yeah. Well, what do you think he'll take for you to win the next game? I mean, to make it to what do you think it'll? What do you think it'll take?
To be fair, just do what we did in that last game. I can't fault our effort. If we do that every game, it will happen eventually.
And obviously, there's been 2 new additions since that last game, which is Andy and obviously Dibbsy. Do you think that you can do that with them 2 coming in the way it's been?
Yeah, because the lads have got to learn that every game's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. You could bring any player, he's got a challenge and step up to it.
Yeah.
It's just how it is. We will eventually figure it out.
So obviously, if it goes 2-2, then as far as you're concerned, game on.
Yeah.
If it goes 3-1, what were your thoughts?
Still game on. I'm not going to give up until the last game.
Yeah. What do you think about if it goes to penalties yet again?
Kieran's not going first.
What were your thoughts on that penalty shootout? Is there anything that you guys would have done differently, or were it just a look at
I think it was just a look, because Kieran's our main person to score penalties. It's extremely rare. He will miss a penalty, and he did, and I thought, oh no.
He didn't miss it. He was on target and stuff.
But if not me, he saved it. But I thought because everybody else scored, did they?
No, Tom missed it.
Tom always misses this.
Obviously, when we could potentially play in Sexy Beat this week, you played in the game last year. Your thoughts about that?
It's a must-win game. We lost to him last time. We've got to beat him this time. It's as simple as it's as easy as that. If we lose to him this time, it's devastating because we shouldn't be losing to him. To be fair.
And I know that obviously that it's Danny Schofield. You played with him before, and he played in FNF 6 together. We played a couple of times on the Saturday and stuff like that. So again, another rivalry thing for you there, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right, Matt. Well, first of all, let me thanks for taking the time to do this interview and that. And obviously, I want to congratulate you on last year. The winning that this year, and obviously we'll look forward to see what happens this year. But like I said, thanks all for your time, and we'll see you real soon.
Yeah, no worries.